Welcome. You belong to be here. I hope you find something meaningful and useful to your life. It's Coach Crowder, Speaker Crowder, the speaker, the great one, back again with another gem this time, y'all, on something a little different. You must learn to reinvent, recreate, and establish a new look for yourself. You must learn that I would say yearly, in my opinion, you should be reinventing your image, the way you speak, the way you grow, and how you are. I'm going to give you a great example. You can have 10 years worth of working, but do you have 10 years worth of actual experience? Or have you repeated year one 10 times? Let me repeat that again. Do you actually have 10 years worth of working experience, or do you have your first year repeated over 10 times? If I've asked you, what adjustments have you made in the past 3 years, image, mentally, and spiritually, that you have changed something? Could you list off the 3? I have adjusted this. I have changed this. Each step in your life, you have to recreate yourself. For example, for myself, the past 2 years, I have learned how to self-educate myself on how to use social media more. I have said I can spend most of my 20s establishing my self-study habits, my reading. I literally spent almost a decade perfecting that. Reading, analyzing, studying, having proper information to give. I am well-read, well-studied, well-researched, and well-practiced. So I can help you from multiple angles because I have done the work. Each year, that step provided me and forced me to reestablish myself each and every year. Some years I will be more studious. Sometimes I will focus more on my look. Sometimes I will focus more on my mind. Sometimes more on my body. Each and every time I can add or withdraw steps to my life. If you had to sit down and tell me how you have recreated yourself, what would you say? If I asked you how have you recreated your mind over the past 10 years or 3 years, let's go small sample size. Could you tell me the books you read or things you've invested in your mind to do that? Can you tell me the therapy you've taken, the personal coaches you have hired, the steps you have done to change, alter, or enhance your perspective? Can you show me a timeline for what you have done to improve yourself? If you cannot, you need to start today and figure out how you've recreated yourself. If you don't see where you're going, if you don't follow your steps in your process, how can you know any growth has happened? The reason why I say this is important is you need a mental checkup with yourself. Recreating yourself is hard. It is not easy work. But once you get in the habit of constantly recreating yourself, your image, your mind, you will see the growth over the years. You will see the changes, the leaps and bounds, the progress you have made. The fastest way you will see the progress is being around old friends and associates. Not saying that in a way that is disrespectful, but is in a way to see the gap you've made. When you've made adjustments and changes and people have not, it will seem like you're speaking a different language. However, you can go back and go into different worlds. Anytime I want to go anywhere, I have that ability to jump back and pick up that conversation and run. But the ability that I have in my bag that most of the people that I've met in my previous life do not have is they don't have that ability to understand a other perspective. What do I mean by that? I've moved from 7 different states. I can speak on how each state has its own thing it eats, styles, and perspective. If you have not moved around or been across this country, you will not be able to identify with that. So if you are a traveler and you've been to multiple places in this country, you can say, hey, I've been to this part of the United States. I know what that main city is. What about this place you've eaten at? That is you constantly recreating yourself, recreating your mind and your spirit. Another way that I think is the best way to recreate yourself, update your wardrobe. When is the last time you went shopping, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies mostly do that. Mostly. You guys stay on top of that. I gotta give ladies their credit. Fellas, when is the last time you upgraded your wardrobe? Bought yourself a new suit? Gotten a haircut? Done a photo shoot? Completed some headshots? Updated your digital footprint and image? I'm speaking of someone that has constantly worked on that 2023. I have chosen to enhance my digital footprint because I understand digital footprints matter. I want to ask you, gentlemen, as somebody that loves you and wants you to help you out, when is the last time have you recreated your online footprint? If I've asked you when the last time you've done some photos, could you tell me? If I've asked you what adjustments need to be made, could you tell me? You need to be able to show a timeline and progress from where you're from and where you're going. It is a part of the beautiful struggles of life. Once you can see that progress, ladies and gentlemen, you will be able to work and chase it so much harder. Once you can see where you're going, what momentum you have going with yourself, you will motivate, cultivate, and enhance your own abilities. Trust me, life is not an easy step or an easy process. I get it. But what separates you from most other people is your ability to work on yourself while you're in the goals and while you're in your progress. Work on them, inspire them, train yourself, teach yourself, make yourself worthwhile, and make it happen. It's your boy, Coach Crowder, back again with another gem and life lesson, the important habit of recreating yourself. Do me a favor, y'all. Share this information to someone who needs to hear it. Remember the great historical figures who have had to recreate themselves over time. Make sure that you constantly reboot, revitalize, and recreate your image. Why? Because it matters. Those that recreate themselves can sell, teach, and enhance their abilities. I would advise you to invest, work on, and captivate it. Coach Crowder, back again with another lesson. Hopefully you learned something this time. Peace.